There we go. That looks pretty good. So we've got that, and now we need to fix the chat thing. Where the hell did that go? That's
Oh, that was from the last stream. Why? Old comments are showing. That's weird.
I see what motherfucker's going on. Okay, so lock that, and then go down here. Oh, I see what the hell's going on. This is fucking terrible. Let's see, rename this. Okay. So, all right. So, what has been going on with you, man? You said you got married. I guess tell people about that.
Yeah, we got married a little while ago, like a couple weeks ago, and we're having it was just a quick ceremony thing, but we'll be doing a bigger version of that at some point. But yeah, that's definitely a thing that happened.
Sweet.
Fuck. Right now, I'm just playing Skyrim, looking to see what I have here. Where the fuck are my arrows? I gotta go find this big fucking city.
Oh boy.
Yeah. I also have to figure out what exactly what enchantments I have unlocked in this character. Is everything. I got like mad DLC, mad mods. So many fucking mods. Oof. That's a lot of. Yeah, there's a camera up right there if you want to put it on. Yeah, I got the video up. What's that all about, Ray? Are they metal or plastic? They're metal? Let me see that shit. Bring that over here. It looks plastic here. Can't tell. Oh, yep, that's metal. Oh, these are all iron.
What you guys looking at? What you guys doing?
Got a little brass bowl over here that's got a whole bunch of swords sticking out of the back, but the swords come up. So these like little olive forks or something. Yeah.
But I just thought.
No. Yeah, you're absolutely right about that. No. Yeah, you've got some scabbards, cutlass. There's a couple of these that are the same. Yeah, the hand guards are neat.
What got your brother into collecting bugs?
Brett wants to know what and all that malarkey. What was that all about? He's like, yeah, you collect a whole bunch of them for cheap. Collecting is, yeah. He says if you keep them in a book and you don't do much with them, it's a cheap hobby.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Let me see where class. There they are. Hello. I'm streaming, by the way. What's up? I haven't streamed in a while. What are you doing? Alright. Who's this broad? Feralda. What the hell is Feralda?
Somebody in the room.
Yeah. No, there's somebody physically in my living room, yeah.
Oh.
Looking for assassin armor. Is that it? No. Warrior. No.
Yeah, probably don't even need that. Get that shit out of the way. What is this picture that
Are you still setting up your shit?
I'm fucking around with OBS while we're sitting here talking.
Alright.
So that's weird.
Custom visual effects, power storage chest.
There we go. That looks more relaxing. There we go.
The ambient. Standard
Yeah.
armor.
Very relaxing. Very relaxing. That's the way I like it. Uh-huh.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Where is... Let's see, what kind of arrows do I... What would be good? Steel arrows, probably what I'm
Hmm.
looking. Enchanter. Arcane Enchanter. Nope, nope, nope.
I don't know. I think I like doing StreamYards more. I mean, this isn't bad or whatever. It's just, I don't know. I like the ability to put people on camera and shit.
Yeah, I know. Let's... What the fuck? Oh, okay. So I'll just store all of this stuff. Store all... Because every time I do this, I have issues saving games. I don't know why. I would have more storage if my fucking PS4 wasn't such a piece of shit and would let me format my fucking 64 gig flash drive as uh, additional storage. So let's see.
Right.
Suppose I'll go over here, all disenchantment, grab all the disenchantments, go over the arcane. I'm gonna dump all of these. I'm gonna learn the enchantment.
Are you
Spam that
playing some
fucking.
Skyrim, man? Is that
I
what you're doing?
am. I am in fact doing that.
Oh boy.
This character's level 81. Uh, yeah, that's going on over in my channel, right? So it's the same exact fucking stream for anybody who's wondering. So
Yeah.
that's the other thing too. Since we're all doing different games and it's the same stream and the same Discord with everything,
Yeah.
if you were like, I want to go watch, Skyrim or whatever, you do that too. So that's the other bonus. There's a bunch of different games going on.
It's true.
Blizzard got in trouble today, or yesterday, rather, Sunday.
What did you do this time?
They were having a Warcraft 3 Reforged tournament, and I think it was an American called, it's not Atrazine, it's something like, I forget what the fuck his username is. But he got disconnected twice when he was winning in a live tournament in the same fucking room as the guy. And they had to restart and go back to classic graphics. And he lost the third one on a best out of three. And he got cheated basically because Blizzard's shit is gross. Poor Blizzard. Can't do nothing right these days.
It's hateful.
Very cool. Let's see. Guess I gotta go find all that crafting. Unless I have it. It's item. Not
I think I might have to actually open up Steam and change some shit around.
Yes. Ring of skills times a million. Yes, that's what I
Hello,
want.
Edward Billing. What's your story?
Oh, hey Brett. I'm just curious. I actually saw. I've watched you a lot with the Amazing Atheists and stuff, and I'm just curious, what happened with y'all? Like what happened with the Amazing Atheists and everything?
Such as what?
Do what?
We have to ask specific questions. I mean, it's kind of a broad question. That's like 15 years of dealing with a person and all that. You got to ask me specific questions, man.
Well, like with the drunken peasants, like what ended up happening to the drunken peasants because you exposed someone, right?
Yeah, Ben of the Drunken Peasants, who's now running the show, he was looking at underage girls and sending them pictures and all that. I was actually given that evidence by his own fans, the
Wait,
information.
wasn't he banging some Asian girl who was married to another dude?
Well,
Wasn't
Ben
that
was
what he had
also
open?
married at the time.
Oh, he
He
was.
ruined his marriage so he could screw around with little girls and shit.
That's creepy.
Well, I know that he was. I know for a fact because I don't know if anybody remembers Fancy. He goes by Animancer now. Uh, uh, who was one of the administrators on the Drunken Peasants Discord. He had sent me some stuff about like screenshots and some video and stuff of uh, Ben was married to another man, and somebody had leaked that information to the guy who was married, and um, it started a whole thing. I know that much for sure.
So
And
is he
I
in jail?
thought, what?
Is Ben in jail?
No,
No,
he's not in jail now.
the atheists don't seem to care about what he's done. It is what it is.
As far as I know, the only thing that he's done that I've seen that's verifiable is he was fucking another man's wife.
So,
Uh,
it wasn't. It's not 100% sure he was sending nude photos.
Well, I'm 100% sure because they sent the images and the information over and all that. So it is what it is, and that's the reason why the Drunken Peasants are split up now.
and I was
Oh,
under the impression that he got the last stream that would have been with all the guys that got deleted was because Brett Keane had done a video about him fucking another man's wife, and he closed and deleted that stream. That's what I thought happened. I
Right.
didn't actually see that stream that night, but the way that like Egghead and Shirt Guy and everybody else who was in that episode explained it to me was how it happened. But I can't remember anymore. It's been kind of a while. To my
Yeah, it has
understanding.
been a while. We haven't really dealt with that group for some time now, haven't we? Well, how long has it been
Well,
since we've?
Ben hates me for other reasons
Right.
because I was in the Drunken Peasants fan club on what the fuck's it called on Facebook, and I had said that camera's on, by the way, Jess. Okay. Anyway, I had said that uh, Ben was basically discount Cody Weber, and one day Ben's stupid bullshit would get him in trouble, and he'd be as forgettable as Cody Weber. And he had banned me from that group. But another guy whose name escapes me now, he lives in Florida. I can't remember his fucking name. He's it's he's Hispanic. It's some Hispanic name. It doesn't matter anyway. He had contacted me along with some of the other mods and admins, and were like, "Did Ben just ban you? Or did Ben just ban you? Did Ben just ban you because he disliked the comparison that you made?" And I was like, "Yeah, I got all the screenshots, all the shit. This is what happened." And then I got accused of starting the insurrection in the DP fan club. And TJ had told me that on their trip to New Mexico, Ben would not shut up about me forever. I actually can't turn that camera off.
so Brett, have you talked to the Amazing Atheist at all lately, or has it been a long time since y'all have had contact?
And no, we haven't talked for a while and stuff. Back then, he wanted me to come on the show, and I told him, "Look, if I come on there, it's just gonna be four guys yelling at just me." And because I tried letting them have me on there once, and I thought it was actually going to be like a decent conversation, but they wanted to turn it into ridiculous shit. So the second time, they said, "All right, look, we're making money off of this, so out of fairness, I said I'm going to need some money too. You guys are selling fucking T-shirts, CDs, DVDs. Hell, there's kids running around with a T-shirt of me on it and everything else. Said I'm gonna have to make a little bit of fucking money off this." So they started paying me $1,000 a show, and what I'd go on and do is mostly just sit there and let them hammer on me for 3 hours, and then I walked away with $1,000. So it was a fucking night's worth of work.
It's a pretty good deal. But I am there are like that one show I saw. I've watched it probably like 40 or 50 times. There are a few questions I have to ask you about that, if that's okay.
Yeah, you're more than welcome to ask me questions, as long as you're not in here just to call me the N word or say you
No,
want to rape
no.
my face or things like that. That's usually what I get from DP users. But you seem like a decent guy. I'll try to do what I can
Yeah,
for you.
yeah. Well, the first question I have is about Judy Burnett's poem that you said in there that you did not plagiarize it, but like it seemed like you kind of did plagiarize it though.
Okay, so I used to do videos where I had a thing called Games You Love, Movies You
Yeah.
Review. I used to do videos in the past where I reviewed the lyrics of songs like Enter the Sandman, Metallica, Megadeth, Go to Hell. And I also reviewed like poetry and all that. Everybody knew that. I had tons of videos where I'd review someone. Well, one day I went and uploaded a video. Sorry, your thing's kind of echoing back into me. There was a
Me?
day that I
Oh, sorry.
uploaded a video having to do with Judy's the law. I believe her name's Judy. The loss of her parent, and I had lost a parent as well. So I uploaded the video to review the thing and put this up there, and there were text in the video and all that. But when I uploaded it, the YouTube thing had an error. It went to an error page after it looked like it was uploading, and it had a little monkey on it saying that I needed to, they were trying to fix something on YouTube. So I walked away from my computer. I came back, and when I did, the only thing that was up there, which I didn't realize, was my video. The title was fucked up. It had a bunch of numbers, and there was no description in it because I thought the video was screwed, so I didn't mind to put any kind of information in there. However, when people in comments let me know that all things were fucked up, which I already knew that, I went ahead, filled out the credit to the poem and the text.
to just talk to you about it. But yeah, it was. I'll probably hop up in the Discord again sometime. Yeah, it's nice talking to you, Brett.
Is that all the questions you got? Is it about a poem? Anything else?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess. I mean, I was more just curious, like talking about the whole experience you've had on that one episode of the Direct Repentance. Because I've watched the video so many times. I just and no offense to you, but I thought it was absolutely hilarious. The entire video. No offense. No offense.
Yeah.
No,
So
it's okay. Edward, I have said on many occasions that whenever I was on the show, any show that I was on with The Amazing Atheist, that almost got 500,000 views. Now that they don't have me or TJ Kirk on there, their channel, shit, they can't even break 10,000 fucking views now. Obviously, they don't have the power of awesomeness that the two of us had, is what it is. Even DP fans admit that. Hey, Colin, how are you doing?
Well, thank you, Brett. It was good talking to you, bro.
Well, Edward, are you going to let me ask you a couple questions?
Yeah, sure.
Are you what is referred to as an atheist? Were you a former Christian?
I would say I'm an atheist.
All right. Is there a reason, something that sparked you off? Were you a former Christian before, or did you grow up atheist? What's your deal?
I mean, I grew up a Christian, but I mean, I would never really say that I mean, I grew up, but I would never really like actually believe. I was just too young to really know, really. So I was kind of forced to believe it. But like, yeah.
Somebody forced you? Did they hold like a gun to your head and say, "Motherfucker, you better believe"? What happened there, Edward? That's
I mean, I wasn't really like forced. I was just like, I mean, it's like, I was just told, I had to believe it since it was because I was growing up.
Oh, so you feel like you didn't have control over your autonomy because you had to go wherever your parents took you, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So, Edward, let's say that there is. Can you do me a favor? You're breathing over there like Darth Vader making love to Megatron. Is there any way you can mute your mic when you're not talking? I'm trying to ask Edward a question here. So, Edward, what do you, whenever it comes, let's say there is no God, then why are you here for? Why does humanity exist according to your theory and opinion?
Well, I guess like evolution and the Big Bang, stuff like that. I mean, like science has shown that life was created through not through a deity.
So you believe that the universe did have a beginning, that there was a time when everything had a beginning, including matter, time, and nature itself?
I mean, not necessarily, but like I think that the Earth definitely had a beginning.
Okay, what about the universe? Did the universe actually have a beginning? That's what the Big Bang proposes.
I mean, I guess so. I mean, I guess the real issue is with like evolution and stuff like that. Because if God really did, like, if he had the Adam and Eve and stuff like that, then evolution wouldn't be possible. Because the Adam and Eve is a vital story for the Bible.
All right, Edward. As far as the Big Bang, I mean, can you keep on? Hold on a second. Let me turn this fella down. I don't know why he's doing that shit for.
Yeah, I
Okay,
already
so
muted him. I'm on top of it. Don't worry.
Edward, please fix your fucking mic. I want to talk to everybody. I want to listen to you.
No, it's not Edward. It's Optic that's making that noise.
Sorry, Optic. I mean Optic. I apologize for that, Edward. It was fucking Optic's fault.
It's all good.
We'll take him out back and flog him later for that shit. Okay,
yeah, so I got him. I'm on the command center, so I've got everything set up here. So I've been watching everybody's mics.
All right. So Edward, do you believe that nature had a beginning?
Probably so.
Well, if nature had a beginning and there was a cause before it, then the cause couldn't be nature itself, right?
It could have been something beyond nature, but that doesn't necessarily mean God, though.
Well, what do you think that we could attribute a timeless cause, something that is outside of time and nature? That sounds supernatural by definition, doesn't it?
Yeah, I agree.
You do agree that seems like the cause is supernatural.
Well, it doesn't mean necessarily God, though.
Well, what would you think that it would be then? If it's not attributed to God, what other thing have you ever heard of in your entire existence matches eternal, powerful enough to create a universe, and has the attributes to be able to create time itself?
I mean, maybe something humans just don't understand that goes beyond us.
Right. And we also put that kind of attribute on God too. There's a lot to understand about him.
Yeah.
It's all good. So evolution. Um, do you believe that evolution, through evolution, our ancestors that were squirrels and monkeys or whatever learned from their mistakes, and how were they given the capacity to do that?
I mean, like, I don't really understand that question.
Well, you do believe that our ancestors and humanity has got an ability to learn from something they've done wrong, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so where at in the process of evolution were we given that ability? When did nature instill that on us?
And I guess the further along we evolved and became more, instead moved from primates to humans.
All right, that's fair enough. That's an interesting answer. Do you believe that there is a mechanism inside our brain that causes us not to be sociopathic or violent?
I mean, I think people are born with defects that cause them to be psychopathic or, or sociopathic or narcissistic.
So whenever the first organisms and became atomical structures where they could actually hurt each other, was there something instilled right off the bat that made mothers not just kill their children? Where did this process come from? You understand my question?
Yeah, well, kind of like, yeah.
Okay, hold on. Let me unmute this guy. I'm going to give Optic another chance, see if he can handle himself. Hello, Optic. How are you? Edward, I hope you hang with us. You seem like a
I
nice
have a
guy.
question for you, Brett.
Sure, Optic. What's up?
So, why did you take down the 100 Atheists Called Brett Keane video series?
The 100th what?
Atheists Called Brett Keane. They left you voicemails.
Oh, well, the channel, my entire channel, I ended up deleting the prior channel to that. All those videos are on my BitTube channel now. Remember, I said a long time ago that I wanted to take a break, and I was gone for how many months there, Will? How long did I get away from the internet, take a vacation?
It was about 3 months.
Yeah, so that's a little while for the internet, right? So yeah, all my videos, everything that I did was put over on BitTube, and YouTube's got all new videos now that I've opened up a new account. Why did you like
okay.
those? You like it when atheists called me on the phone and called me names, telling me they want to kill me and shit? You like that stuff, huh?
I don't think any of them genuinely wanted to kill you, Brett. I think they were just fucking with you.
Right, Optic. As you appear
Pretty
to come from
pieces of garbage, if you ask me. The people that were calling in. What's going on, Brett?
Hey, it's Johnny Boy. Oh, Johnny Boy.
Yeah.
What's up,
Yeah,
boss?
an intro.
Well, Optic, you have to realize that I'm not a mind reader. I don't know. Somebody calls you up on the phone, says they want to do your wife, rape your wife, and kill your kids and all that. I don't know if they're fucking with me. I don't know if they're for real. How do I know that? Were you a part of
I
it?
mean,
Is that how you know
I'm
this
sure. I'm
extra
sure
hand
that
experience?
there were some pieces of shit that were calling you, but I mean, like I said, they weren't serious about it. Most people were just having it at your expense because you put your number out there publicly
Right.
on your YouTube channel and you made controversial
All of
videos.
that.
Shut your mouth for a second. So you think just because he puts his phone number out there on the internet that he should be harassed and belittled
Well, would you
constantly?
do it? Would you do it?
No, of course not, because I'm a human being.
Oh,
Go
so
around
Brett's not human.
harassed like a garbage.
All right, so Optic, you're okay. Listen, folks. It's clear to me that
Get
Optic's
rid of
got
this
some kind of
trash
mental
bag. Someone flush this turd down the toilet, please.
Yeah, Optic's obviously a retard of some nature. What about you, Edward? Do you think it's funny when people call up and violently threaten other people? Is that funny for you?
No, it wasn't funny. It was funny that how he said that. I didn't put my phone number, like he's I think Optics said to I think it was to Will that would
No,
would
it's John.
oh, it's John. Okay, he said, sorry, I'm losing track of everyone who's in here right now. He said to John that it was funny. He said, no, he asked him, would you put your phone number out on the internet? He said, no, I wouldn't, because I'm a human being. It's basically him implying that that you're not a human
Well,
being.
That's not
Edward,
what
Edward, I
that's
don't
not
know
what
if
he
you're.
said. He said what I
Hold
think
on,
people.
John. I don't know if you're high or you're drunk, Edward, or what other deal is. But from what I heard from John was just because he puts his phone number out there doesn't give people the right to just call up and be this.
No. I completely agree. But no, I wasn't making fun of you. I was making fun of how he said that. No, I wouldn't put my phone out on the internet because I'm a human being.
I do have my phone number out there. The question he asked me, would I call other people just because they have their phone number out there? And of course I wouldn't. I don't call.
Okay. I misunderstood.
Yeah,
My bad.
I was just gonna let that one go because I realized that somebody misspoke, but it was funny watching everyone get all upset about that a simple miscommunication.
Yeah,
so
I'm sorry, guys.
I let it
I
slide.
misunderstood.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fair enough. Now I'm gonna try to give Optic another chance, but I can see with the picture and the fedora, he's here to be a goofy bastard and shit. We'll try working with him a little bit. Hopefully, he can control himself as a human being. All right, so Optic, what else you got for me? What else is your story? Now you know where my videos are. So what now? What's the question?
So you can hear me fine right now?
Yeah, we
Yeah, I
can
can
hear
hear
you
you
fine.
just fine. By the way, are you an atheist or agnostic?
I mean, I guess you could say I'm atheist, but
You
if
don't
the
seem like you're
answer
sure
is
what the
kind of
fuck you are.
irrelevant to me.
What are you? Agnostic, atheist? What are you? Come on, man, throw it out
Yeah,
there.
what are you fucking gay?
Well, I don't. I spend all my days just here. Let me say this: the end of everything, like the end of my life, the end of your life, the end of all of our lives. I mean, it's inevitable. We all know that. So why waste all the time that we do have obsessing about what's gonna happen? Shouldn't we just
That's a
be
good
focused on
question.
being good
That's fair
people?
enough,
All
actually.
right,
Treating
Optic, we agree with you. Yet I bet you spend most of your time watching drunken peasants and listening to stupid phone call videos, which seems to be what you do your time
So
with.
you
That's a good
think the
thing there.
drunken pests are against treating people good, treating people nicely with respect?
Correct.
Yes,
I don't want
from my
I don't want
observation,
drunken peasants
hey,
anymore.
Optic, hello, Optic. From my observation, a lot of atheists are immoral and don't seem to have a fiber of morality in their body. Most of them. There are that I've met that are kind, decent people.
Here, I'm sorry. Let me interrupt for just 1 second. I'll interject and I'll let you say what you got to say. So I
Sure.
still watch old drunken peasants, like the older episodes.
Yes,
From right around. Okay. Well, basically, I don't watch anything with Ben or with Billy because I think it's unfortunate what happened. I'm not really sure what happened, but would you
I
like
know what
to?
happened.
Would you like to get into that? Because I do spend a lot of time watching them. I don't talk to Brett
Don't
Keane
want
every
to
day.
fucking sit here and talk about drunken peasants. These fucking losers, Brett. Can we get the conversation going?
Wait, we changed the rules.
Sorry about that. He's my Jewish bouncer.
Yeah.
He doesn't put up with shit. He's got
You're
like
Jewish bouncer.
I'm as a Jewish.
I'm Palestinian. We got problems.
Yeah,
No, I'm
Kincaid's
kidding.
my Jewish lawyer. Optic, listen. Will Kincaid's my Jewish lawyer. The Rabbi John Gashilla, he's my Jewish bouncer. It is what it is. So, Optic, as far as drunken peasants, what happened was Ben apparently was banging young girls underage and shit while being married to a woman. He got caught. The amazing atheist dropped him like a sack of fucking potatoes, and that's why you've got two separate factions of podcasts now. So there's your answer. Will can tell you more. He's my Jewish lawyer. He's got
there was a point in time where I was friends with the amazing atheist and Brett Keane simultaneously. TJ and I don't really talk a lot anymore because there's not a whole lot to really talk about. Occasionally he'll send me pictures of like butts and stuff, but other than that, we don't really communicate on that level. He's just off on a different thing. But
so he sends you pictures of butts?
Yeah, he'll just send me pictures of big jiggly asses that like just randomly, apropos of nothing.
That does kind of sound like TJ, so I don't know, but yeah, I want to interject again.
Okay, so the way TJ explained it to me was that TJ was getting kind of, for a while now, he was getting tired of the whole fucking attitude era type shit where it was like kayfabe and Brett Keane, Manatee Mac and Cheese, and like the drama and stuff. That's why when you look at DFF, it's a
Yeah.
totally different fuck show. It's got
Yeah.
nothing to do with that. And then when they did the manatee episode, it was literally an episode about just fucking manatees because they tired of that shit.
Quick, I'm gonna go have me a smoke, and you and my Jewish bouncer, you talk to these two for a little bit. I'll be right back, guys.
Right. So that was TJ's answer to me, and then he did the video saying creative differences, shit like that.
Yeah.
That is kind of. I explained earlier my beef with Ben, and it turns out that I was fucking right about that, all that shit the whole fucking time. So he can fucking cry in his fucking salt all he wants. But the point being that, yeah, Ben was. I don't know about the fucking child. I don't know anything about any of that fucking bullshit. All I know is that Brett Keane absolutely made a video about him banging somebody else's wife. I know that for sure. And I know that that's a fact.
The episode or whatever it was.
Yeah, the deleted episode. I have.
Yeah.
I paid for a copy of the deleted episode. I can go over to my safety deposit box and get it. I usually go once a year in April and just check to make sure everything's still fucking there. But I have a hard drive
in a
with
safety
everything.
Deposit box?
Yeah, I collect shit. I collect shit that I would know.
I see.
Stuff. Yeah, people know that I have stuff like that, and I don't want people like looking for having a reason to look for my address. I'd rather the bank security deal with it, to be honest with you.
Wait, so you think people would actually break in and steal an episode of the deleted episode of the Drunken Peasants?
No, but there's a hard drive. No. The hard drive is just in there because I don't want that fucking. No, there's other stuff. We had a conversation in the great debate community about what was in the safety deposit box. So
okay. That's a little weird, honestly, but it's fine. I mean, I don't. It's not like I don't have an issue with it. It's just kind of odd that you would need that, but whatever.
No, I have pretty much everything Brett's ever done on there. I back it up once a year. I've got deleted videos. I've got some.
Does he ever go back and he tells you to delete certain things just so that there's no record?
I don't think Brett Keane knew about it until literally just now when I said it.
Oh, okay. Well, he might be making those requests soon, so be ready.
Yeah, it's all on there. I've got old John stuff. I've got living dinosaur stuff that got deleted. There's some stuff that got flagged for terrorism on Burn the Koran Day.
Terrorism?
But why do you need a safety deposit box? Just keep it hidden in your own home, bro.
I'm not keeping that fucking hard drive anywhere near my house.
Why? It's not illegal, is it?
It doesn't matter what's on it, but that's some of the stuff that's on there.
Wait, it's not illegal though, right?
No, I don't even want to get it. No, it's not illegal. I'll say that much. No.
Okay, it's not illegal. Okay, then fine. Then why can't you just hide it in your own home somewhere? Are you married or what?
Yeah, I am married. Why?
Oh, okay. You're married. Okay. I'm okay. I get that then. Okay.
Yeah.
But why don't you just give it to Brett and he takes care of it then? Like, why do you need a safety deposit? I don't know. It's just weird. Safety deposit.
I have a safety deposit box full of shit, and I keep the hard drive in there because it's like I don't listen. You know that John's been to my actual house before a bunch of times, right?
Wait, John? Who's John again? I forgot.
John Gishel, also known as J-Dubs.
Oh, J-Dubs. Yeah, I know J-Dubs.
Yeah, he's spent time at my house. Yeah, I put up other YouTubers in my house, and we hang out and do videos every once in a while because we got the spare room.
J-Dubs is a YouTuber?
Yeah, it's not just John.
Well, I mean, I know he's on YouTube, but I mean, I'm technically on YouTube right now. Am I a YouTuber?
Right. No, I mean... yeah, I get it. No, but I mean, people who have 1,000 subscribers or more.
I see what you're saying. No, I'm just being a smart ass.
Anyway. Yeah,
I just wanted to get your guys' perspective on all this Drunken Peasants bullshit. Because, like I said, I do watch older Drunken Peasants. I still do think it's entertaining.
Yeah,
What
we were
happened?
supposed to.
I'm
were
shocked to
supposed
see
to-
that you guys or Brett is still doing his same. He has not changed one bit. I mean, I'm pretty sure. I think I recognize your voice, but I'm not exactly sure. But I could see Brett just like breathing in his mic, and I wasn't breathing earlier. I was actually trying not to laugh. But I'm sorry. What were you going to say, sir?
No, I was just gonna say that I am. We were supposed to have Brett on trial yesterday for all the things you're talking about, and there's somebody was supposed to roast him about it, and I was gonna play defense, and and he was just gonna answer questions truthfully and honestly to the best of his ability.
Why are you?
I'm a little. Wait, are you like?
Wait, you defend Brett for himself on YouTube? Are you serious?
Are you against Brett and his ways and the shit that he's pulled, or are you like for that and you're in his corner? Are you just playing devil's advocate for him? Because I'm a little confused. Because I was thinking that you were like one of his little friends, like you're saying you have Jada over his house and stuff.
I am friends with Brett, but as far as I've seen with all the evidence I've been presented, never done anything that's illegal, strictly speaking, or
right,
there's
I'm
no
back.
proof.
Well,
that
I mean, he's definitely docile. He's definitely
hold on, optical. Hold on a second. Optical. Hold on a second. Listen, guys. When I opened up the room and everything, my intention was to discuss religion, science, entertainment, stuff like that. I, of course, realized I was probably going to get some people from the past who were wanting to ask me all kinds of questions. If I was guilty of any of the bullshit,
you just uploaded a video on the 19th, Brett, about this. You said "The End of Drunken Peasants" by Brett Keane.
Yeah, we were supposed to talk about this shit in a live stream yesterday, but the fucker who was supposed to be the person putting Brett on trial never fucking showed.
Yeah, I was gonna allow myself to be interrogated and all that kind of shit. Good times. But if I had committed any crimes or anything like that, I suspect I'd probably be in prison and all that kind of shit. I wouldn't be sitting here having a good old
which is the same criticism that one of these guys, I can't remember who now, was using for Ben. Is Ben in jail? So that's
Is Ben in jail?
Plus, Optic, you have to. One other thing, Will, before you get into everybody going to jail and shit. One of the other things too is I leave my discussion open. Anybody can come in and talk to me and all that. And the other thing is I get a lot of people who ask me questions, and then in order to be able to answer, I can either do it on Discord or I do it in video. And people wanted to know my views about that, about the drunken peasants. Are they dead, or is it going anywhere? And I answered. I think that it was a good video. Don't you think, Will?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I don't like I said. I
have a question.
Okay,
all right, sure, Edward, go ahead. Guys, I don't mind. Edward, I don't mind answering you guys' questions, but I hope that we can talk about other things besides this drama and stupid, silly shit on the internet, if that's possible. Go ahead, Edward.
I do want to talk about that, but there are a few things that I do kind of like want you to cover on, and then maybe soon we can do that. But did you false flag Coughlin?
No, I've never false flagged anybody. Anybody I reported, I did it because I felt like it was a valid flag. There's a difference between Edward. Hold on a second. There's a difference between valid flagging somebody that you follow community guidelines and service, and then there's a difference between reporting someone for some bullshit that isn't real.
Yeah.
Wait. So here's my response to that. There is a video of you going through Coughlin's videos and mass flagging his videos, and you didn't even watch his videos. You just said this one's bad, this one's bad, this one's bad. They're all bad.
I've seen the videos. I've watched Coughlin. I used to watch Coughlin all the time, so I know what violates terms of service and community guidelines. It is.
But you're not allowed to even do that unless you come across that video, not intentionally doing it though.
No, he must have done something wrong. His channel went bye-bye, didn't it?
But you mass flagged it though. You didn't even watch. You said in a video that I'm not even gonna watch the rest of these videos. I'm just gonna mass flag your whole fucking channel. You said that word for word, bro.
I said that I've seen the videos, and this man has violated terms of service community guidelines over and over. Anybody that's ever seen the clip sees me say that. Go ahead there, Will. What were you having to say?
Yeah, I was gonna say that if YouTube's terms of service have always been pretty nebulous. So that's what makes me incredulous.
I completely agree with that. I completely agree.
So basically, let's say Brett Keane went and mass flagged his whole channel. Let's say that's all true. Later on, YouTube created a trusted flagger program that allowed people to batch flag people's videos just like that. So that is a policy that YouTube has now adopted.
Oh,
So
I agree. I agree, but that was way before that policy was adopted.
All right, so Edward, I think it's important. Hold on, Will and Edward. I understand you both are extremely excited. I'm going to be here for a while, so you don't have to I got to get it all out there in one single 5 seconds. Here is the terms of service of YouTube and community guidelines. Harassment may include abusive videos, comments, messages. You could actually get a strike on your channel over a comment. Oof, that's rough, isn't it? Revealing someone's personal information, maliciously recording someone without their consent. You guys do realize that we're live, right? So you guys know you're being recorded. But deliberately posting content in order to humiliate someone, making hurtful and negative comments and videos about another person, unwanted sexualization, which encompasses sexual harassment or sexual bullying in any form, incitement to harass other users or creators of YouTube, TOS violations, cyberbullying, slander, libel, fraud, scam, harassment, doc dropping, encourages audiences to attack other YouTube users. My friends, that sounds like Coughlin in a full fucking package. Am I right?
I'm not disagreeing with you.
So here's the other thing, though, is that somebody brought up to me that I don't know fucking nothing about, because I don't flagged anybody's channel to do so. So the other thing that Brett's been accused of that I don't know anything about is that what you can do is you can file a Digital Millennium Copyright Act strike in somebody's channel, right? And they can get it removed because if it's erroneous, but they have to put in their full information after the first time it's been kicked back. They have to put in all of their legal information. Information is presented to the person who flagged it originally. Now, as far as I know, that seems like it's and then Brett was accused of using those documents. Now, as far as I understand, and I don't know because I've never done it before, but as far as I understand, if somebody else to see somebody's real personal, full name and address for something like that, that's a massive exploit, and that's a massive miscarriage of fucking justice on YouTube's part.
Yep,
so I would say if Brett actually did get that information and exploited exploited the Digital Millennium Copyright Act and YouTube's policies to get somebody's information from YouTube that freely released that unredacted, I would say somebody needs to file a fucking lawsuit against YouTube because that's disgusting.
Right, exactly. Yeah, that's awful.
I mean, it probably wouldn't go well in court because lawyers cost way too much. Yeah.
That's what he's accused of, though, is that he got people's docs by fucking with, by running gay ops on DMCA, basically.
Yeah, and I have yet to see anybody actually provide any video evidence or anything like that. It's just a bunch of nasty bullshit people made up.
Right. I mean, one of these days, I guess I could run an experiment with John and do a false DMCA on John's channel and see if it actually gives me that information. But then I would be breaking the law myself to do that. So I don't know what the fuck. How to go about doing that without breaking the law. So.
All right. So yeah, let's see if. Damn it! I don't know why Dubs isn't able to unmute himself. That's weird. Let me see if I can.
No, he's unmuted. It's all good.
Yeah, I unmuted him just a moment ago. I put you in the trusted section, Mr. Jewish Banker Bouncer,
right,
so you are taken care of on that. All
thank you, Brett. How's everything today?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. I had mostly opened up the room, just talk about theology, entertainment, science, and all that, but I expected that I was going to get some lovely people who were fans of me and other users and all that who wanted to chat. I heard somebody a moment ago say Brett Keane will never.
I said I like drunken peasants, but I mean,
okay.
If you want to talk about theology stuff, I mean, would you be interested in diving into that right now? Because you guys have said several times now oh, we don't want to talk about like stuff from the past, and it's been like,
we'll
we keep
talk
coming
about
back
it
to it.
and we'll answer people's questions and all that. That way people don't feel like their feelings have been hurt or anything. But I was just telling you what our main priority and focus was. I'll still answer some questions. So will everybody else, I suppose. So you said
Let's
that
do it.
you're
Let's
not
get
really
into some
sure.
old, some good old fashioned Brett Keane theology.
Okay, so if you don't mind, I got a ton of questions I like to ask people. If that's what you want to do, Edward, you gonna stick with us so I can also ask you questions as well?
Yeah, I should be here, be able to stay for like 15, 20 more minutes, probably.
All
Yeah,
right.
let's ask him some questions, or let him ask us some questions.
Yeah.
All right, very good. Now, Richard Dawkins, he's an atheist. Are you guys familiar with him?
Yes.
Yes, of course.
Okay, he claims, I've got a video over on my channel where he claims that your
Are you familiar with Mary
great-grandfather...
McCheese?
Yeah, so he says that 1 billion years ago, your great ancestors were fish, that they were, swimming around the water and all that. Do you believe that your ancestors were actually fish?
Yes.
Okay, well, yes and no. I mean, we have a common ancestor that was in the water, and over hundreds of thousands, millions, hundreds of millions of years, it evolved to lose, the attributes that enabled it to swim underwater and allowed it to actually transition to the surface. And sorry, I'm a little stoned right now, but I mean, that's a pretty, good explanation. I mean, a fucking kid could give you a better explanation.
All right, that's fair enough. Sorry to hear about your substance abuse issues and all that, but so you're saying that you actually
yeah, no,
believe
I'm
that
strung out on a 4-day binge on the weeds.
Okay. Oof, sounds rough. Sounds rough. You
The
better take care of
fucking
yourself.
loser that we're dealing with.
Well, hey, what are you going to do? There's going to be people who come in drunk and doing drugs and stuff like that. It is what it is.
I'm
But
so
Optic,
faded, Brett.
are you saying, why do you believe that your ancestors came from a fish for?
Well, it's not a matter of belief. It's a matter of documentation. I mean, we have the fossil record. We have carbon dating. I mean, I know you're familiar with this. I mean, I know because I've been watching the Drunken Peasants talk to you about this for years now. So it's funny that it's coming full circle for me personally.
TJ, there's nowhere on any one of the episodes that I was involved in where they actually showed me any evidence that humans come from fish. They didn't show me any kind of...
Oh, what is he supposed to do? Take you to a museum? I mean, he guided you in every direction that there's to go.
Optic and Edward, what is the name of this fossil that you speak of that your ancestors came from? Since you say,
bro,
I'm not an evolutionary biologist.
All right.
Yeah, same here,
so,
bro.
Optic, what you're basically conceding is that you don't know what the hell you're talking about. You just believe it because somebody told you that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You got me, Brett.
Well, there you go. Edward, what about you? Why do you believe that your great-great-grandfather of 1 billion years ago is a fucking fish for? Tell me about it, Edward.
I mean, like, where do I begin? I mean, it's just fact. Like, read a science book, bro. Come on, man.
Okay, well, what kind of fish was it then? If it's a fact, you should be able to tell me what kind of fish Grandpa was.
Bro, I'm not, like, just like what he said, I'm not an evolutionary biologist. I don't have to memorize. I read it a lot in high school and I understood it and it became fact to me, but I don't constantly go to evolution every single day.
On the audience is that you just leave everything off the internet or
Okay, so yeah, so they both believe that they were a fish and then they got kissed by a prince and they turned into people. They're mermaids, basically.
I don't think that's what. Brett, no, this is not the Little Mermaid. This is not it. Fantasia 2000. I don't know what the fuck you're talking
turned into
about.
a gay fish monkey, and that fish monkey had sex with another gay fish monkey, and that's where you come from.
I mean, yeah. Wait, so are you supposed to be friends with Brett? I mean, are you making fun of Brett or what? I don't understand.
No, we disagree on stuff. I'm allowed to razz him a little bit.
Oh, okay, I see.
Will disagrees
the token
with me all the
atheist.
time.
It was like that Adam in that atheist debate so long ago. There's atheist debate 2.0.
Fucking atheist. What the fuck? What do you mean? On a scale of 1 to what do you mean?
No.
What do you mean?
Oh gosh. I assumed you were rational. I'm sorry.
You assumed wrong, sir. You assumed wrong.
Well, as far as Adam Lohr on the Drunken Peasants, he is still actually an atheist today. Just that he enjoys my company.
Oh, really? Still? Damn.
Yeah, he's still an atheist.
You weren't able to catch him in your web of pseudo Christianity and whatever.
Well, I'm not one of these type of person that feels the need to go out and push somebody into a view or idea. If they're going to have their view, then I'm going to.
I mean, it seems like that's exactly what you've built your channel on since you've started.
I like talking about my views, and I like hearing other people's views. And if someone decides later on down the line they're going to change their mind, so what? Thing with Adam though is whether he's an atheist or religious, I love him no matter what. He's good people.
What? Wait! I thought you said that all atheists are immoral.
No, not all of them. Just 95% of them suck.
Oh no! So not every single one, but most of them.
I'm just talking, Edward, the ones that I've observed and had experiences with, and all that. I'm
like you walk in a room. There could walk in a room with 10 atheists. I just ain't met them yet.
Adam Lohr is not typical run-of-the-mill loser that we get at the internet. He's actually some reasonable and intelligent.
Yeah, that's true. Right? That's true. It's a guy who studies the universe heavily into science and all that, and doesn't have some chip on his shoulder where he has to, call religious people names and abuse people and all that. He's a good guy. Good guy.
Thank you.
All right. So let's see. Are we ready for some more questions? Because you guys are obviously convinced you're a fish. You don't know how it is you're a fucking fish, but you just know it to be fat. Let's move on to something.
Wait, let's rewind because I don't remember that.
Wait, we weren't like fish. We were like organisms, basically, and like I don't. It's been a while since I've studied evolution, man. We don't have to memorize. Like we're
right. I understand that, Edward. I know that I'm not going to be getting any Richard Dawkins types in the room. It's cool.
Hold on, Brett. Let's flip the script. Let's turn the tables and let's ask you, what do you think happened?
Well, I believe that an intelligent designer created the universe and actually used the materials of the universe and made us.
Okay.
Yeah. Well, out of what materials? What do you mean?
Well, the Bible, as far as Genesis, says that we came from the dust, from the ground, and that science actually dictates that we actually come from the material of the universe. Carl Sagan said that we are children of stardust. How many have heard that before?
Okay, but hold on. Let's rewind again.
It was probably a metaphor. He was probably.
Oh, I'm sorry, Edward.
Yeah, no, Carl Sagan was convinced that we actually come from the material of the universe. Do you guys think we're separate from the universe, or do you think you're a part of the universe, a product of the universe?
I mean, we were part of the universe, but at the same time, it was probably fairly metaphorical, though. But anyway,
I mean, fundamentally, we're all composed of the same matter. But
hold on, let me elucidate. What Carl Sagan was saying was that the same stuff that comes from the Big Bang is the same stuff that we're made out of. That was the whole thing.
There you go. Yeah, that'll work. All right. So, do you guys believe in the possibility of God?
Okay, this is like what I was saying earlier. Like the end of our lives. I mean, we're gonna die anyways. I mean, whether there's a God or not. I mean, shouldn't we just be concerned with living our lives and being good to each other, trying to make sure that the next generation does better than we did? And if there is a God, then, it would probably look at that and say, oh, that was like a good person. I mean, why? It's silly to even think about it, honestly. I mean, we could never even comprehend what a God may or may not think. So to spend your whole life wondering about some irrelevant question instead of concerning yourself with the people around you. I mean, I think that's a plight of a fool.
Yeah, but Optic, nobody in here from my Jewish friends to my friends or anybody that believes in whatever religion they're a part of, they don't just say, oh yeah, they just sit in a dark corner all day and go, God, 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 or any of that. We think about it.
Well, nobody's saying that. I mean, you're obviously human beings. I mean, we're not the stereotypical demons that you portray us to be, Brett Keane. I mean, atheists, and it doesn't even matter that we don't believe in God. There are plenty of people that do this with your ass. So I don't even know.
All right.
What
yourself that way. You come in here running your mouth saying all types of fucking garbage. So we're just going by what you're saying.
What the fuck are you talking about, dude?
Come on, guys. Can you do me a favor? Can you kill each other later? We're trying to have a discussion here. Here we go. Here's the question for you. Do you believe in the possibility of God? I'm not asking you to constantly think about it every 24/7. I'm just asking you one single question. Do you believe that there's a possibility God may be it?
And by God, you are specifically talking about the Abrahamic God. Sorry, I can't talk today.
No, the question I'm asking you is just God. It doesn't necessarily have to be Bible God, Muslim God, or any of that. Just
not
God,
the Abrahamic God, but any God.
Yeah, any God, any God possible.
I think pretty much like any religion, I would probably say that I don't think that God exists, but like the possibility of an all-powerful creator, maybe. Sure, possibly.
Okay, thank you.
I guess anything is possible. Is it? I have a set of Dragon Balls, like Dragon Ball Z Dragon Balls. I bought them. Is there a chance that if I arrange them, that Shenron will be summoned?
Don't know.
You don't know?
I'm not really asking about Dragon Ball Z. I'm asking the possibility of God. If you want to tell me about your belief in fairies, Santa Claus, and all that shit later, we'll talk about it.
Well, what separates the two in your mind? Just one's just older, and they're even more older.
Seems so aggressive. There seems to be an anger. I don't know if the drugs are in that or what. You're probably a really nice.
Oh yeah, the weed.
Yes or no?
I think you're mistaking my maybe antagonism from your perspective for me just being blunt and I'm not even really being rude or blunt. I'm just asking you questions and trying to be direct to get a question out or to get an answer out of you because you know your tactics.
That's what I'm trying to do with you as well, Optic. I ask you a simple question. Edward didn't seem to have any kind of.
All right, well, ask me again.
Do you believe? You don't even remember the damn question. Mine was how.
Do I believe in the possibility of God? I already answered, so you obviously don't know. You know, you don't remember either.
Okay, so yes.
Do you have another question?
Well, there's been a lot of places on it. You guys get excited. Do you believe in possible God? Yes or no?
I mean, from the way you're phrasing this question, no. I'm going to say no, even though I already said yes.
Okay, so it was yes, but then the drugs induced your chemicals.
No, you're bullshit, dude, Brett.
Okay, so Edward, he claims he originally said yes. You obviously feel there's a possibility. Can you explain to me why you believe that there's a possibility of God, Edward, please?
Oh, me? Oh,
yeah,
sorry.
Edward.
Sorry, I zoned out for a second. I mean, I think that pretty much religion itself is pretty much a fairy tale. I think that, and I think it was. I mean, and of course, I know that you were a hardcore atheist back in the day, so I know that you were
right. Edward, listen, I understand. There's religious
religion,
people.
The fairy tale. This guy thinks he comes.
Hold on. I'm not asking you if you believe in religion. I'm just asking you about the God concept. Why do you believe God is possible?
Hey, did you perform any circumcisions lately,
religion,
Rabbi?
All right, we're not asking about religion right now. Do you believe in the possibility of God, and why? You said yes, so why do you believe in the possibility?
I mean, like anything's possible, really. You know, I might have the one ring from the Lord of the Rings underneath my bed. I might have to.
Edward, we're not talking about fucking Golem and Lord of the Rings. We're talking about the concept of God. If you want to talk Lord of the Rings, we'll talk about that later. I'm really excited about the new MMO and TV series.
Oh, yeah, me too. By the way, I'm actually very excited for that.
Right? Is it possible that these two dum-dums can rub two brain cells together and get a sentence together?
I don't know. Synapse.
Right, guys, come on. Let's have a conversation. Is that possible? Yeah. All right. Do you believe, Edward, that it is possible for someone to believe in God very strongly, yet also be rational and logical?
I mean, maybe not on the topic of religion, but like...
I mean, are you asking if it's possible to be mistaken on some things? Yes, absolutely.
So you do believe it's possible for someone to be rational and logical, yet believe that there's a God?
Well, not on the issues or like well, if you are like a deist, Yes. If you are a Christian on the issues of religion, no.
All right, Edward, have you ever I don't know if you've ever looked through some quotes from scientists and all that, but Albert Einstein said, "The more I study science, the more I believe in God."
Well, no.
What's your
No.
take on that?
Well, the kind of God he believed, like in that was before evolution took off. But the kind of God that he believed, it was not like a religious kind of God. It was more like a spiritual kind of God too. It wasn't even like a divine creator. It was just kind of like more like.
Well, I actually have the article and all that. He did believe that there was some form of God out there that actually worked with the universe and all that. I don't know what you're getting at. Will, do you understand what he's talking about? Because we have
Now,
tons of articles and
mm,
interviews of Albert Einstein talking about God.
yeah, if he was alive now, he would not believe in God at all.
Well, how do you know that? Is that a faith-based assertion you just made?
I'm about like again when Einstein said that was before evolution really took off and became popular. But nowadays we have so much evidence against like religion and God. It would be very very hard for him to like, and he's a genius too. It would have been very very hard for him to really actually like believe in God.
All right. Well, we have an issue here because basically the argument is that because he's an old guy and he was back then, he didn't know the shit that he does nowadays. And that's fine. I'll let you slide on that. But what about Max Planck? This guy lived in our modern times and he came up with quantum physics and he believes in God. The guy who came up with the Big Bang believed in God. So, I mean, are you think these people are idiots or something? What's the problem?
By God, are you saying like the Christian God, or are you saying just God like
Yes,
a
the
deity?
guy who came up with quantum physics was considered a Lutheran Christian, and he was heavily into it. And the guy who came up with the Big Bang was considered Catholic.
Well, I mean, they more than likely were probably not like religious, and they were just hiding it. Probably.
Are you familiar with a book called Descent of Man?
I am not.
That is actually written by Charles Darwin, the guy who actually come up with the concept of evolution.
Oh
He
fuck,
says
my
in his
bad.
he says in his book Descent of Man that he believes that an intelligent mind is required in order for the process of evolution to work. You find that in the Descent of Man for yourself. So he was a theist. He believed in God, and he
So
believed that God was
because
the.
somebody said something, that bolsters your argument because they're the absolute authority on what and what isn't true in our universe, or what?
No, I have a great deal of respect for some of the atheist scientists out there. Before Richard Dawkins become an old nasty goat, used to love watching and listening to him all the time. Yeah, he has become kind of jaded, you have to admit. And then there's Carl Sagan, who had a spiritual type of crisis for a while there. Then we've got Stephen Hawking. He actually did some math and actually showed that the Catholic was right, that the universe did have a beginning. So he was an atheist.
Yeah, I mean, let's talk about how you were an atheist at one point, Brett. I mean, because earlier I said you've already talked about a lot of these issues, a lot of these, same questions that you're raising. I mean, you already know the answer to them. So how does that feel for you personally to be asking the same questions that you yourself have been asking for the last, I don't know how many years?
Well, I understand that whenever I was a former atheist, there was definitely a way I would have responded and answered the questions, and I was asked tons of questions. But the thing is, Edward and Optic, I'm convinced that you two are unique individuals with your own views and ideas. I don't think that every time I ask a question, I'm always going to get the same answer because you both have different experiences in your life. You both have seen things that the other has not and may have a different idea on how you interpret things. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
No.
no, I mean, that makes sense, and that's all well and good, Brett, but if that's intro saying that all atheists would go and flag down God believers videos and they would harass you, and you still make these claims to this day. I mean, in this very stream, not even 20 minutes ago.
Well, I have had non-believers call me up and say some pretty nasty things. I have had non-believers. I
Well,
got a
have
video. I got
Muslims,
videos over on
pagans,
my
or
BitTube.
Jews also asked you the same thing?
What's that,
Or
Optic?
told you the same thing? I said, have Christians, Muslims, pagans, or Jews also like harassed you or have said anything? Or are you all just assuming that everybody's an atheist?
Well, my buddy Will Kincaid over there, he's Jewish. My buddy, the John Gashela guy, he teaches Judaism and believes in that.
Oh yeah,
And they
but
got
these aren't
different
people
views.
that are, saying that they're gonna rape you or rape your wife or whatever you're saying is gonna, all these, threats that you're taking seriously when, I mean, I wouldn't put my information out there because I understand that people would, there are just certain types of people out there that look for anybody's information out there to go and harass them.
I'd like
And
to
those are
correct
the
the
real,
record.
low lives.
I'm going to get shit for this, but I'd like to correct the record that I have actually called Brett Keane's house and been a shitlord on the phone. So,
I mean, yeah, I mean, so have I. I mean, I called him years ago, and I was actually featured in the 100 Atheists Called Brett Keane video. Here's a revelation for you guys. I was actually the first caller featured in that after the intro. So I thought that shit was hilarious. So I saw that you were streaming today because I just decided to look up, hey, well, what's Brett Keane doing? So I looked up Brett Keane 2020. Here I am now. I didn't think I'd be talking to you guys. I mean, it is interesting because, it has just been entertainment for me, and to see or to actually engage with you, Brett, and your friends and everything. I mean, you guys are respectful in some ways, or at least they are. I mean, I'm a little hesitant to believe things with you, unfortunately. I mean, the better part of me would like to think you're being, sincere, but then again, I've been watching hours and hours and hours of you being a duplicitous, kind of an asshole. So I hope you have changed, and I'm glad that you've allowed me to participate in this because I have been giving you guys a lot of shit or a lot of laughs. You guys could have kicked me at any time. So thank you for not doing that.
I'm just playing fucking Skyrim and hanging out here and holding up the fucking doing all the moderation or whatever the fuck you call. Like, if, for example, no offense to John, he's a friend of mine, but if John was the moderator, you guys probably wouldn't have been here for too long.
That's why he wasn't modded.
Yeah,
I didn't want him
good
to
thing
put
that
people
dickhead
out.
wasn't here then. I mean, honestly, I don't know what's up with this. I mean, I'm probably never gonna, I'll remember this video and I'll look back at it and I'll laugh. But I hope that, you guys move on from this because you guys are, it seems like you guys do want to have like, no, you guys do want to have like a good conversation and stuff. But I mean, just don't let Brett, get caught up in his same old shit, because I feel like there is a part of you that does genuinely want to be like a good YouTuber that wants to ask these good questions. And you were doing that for a little bit. And I'm not trying to seem like I'm some pseudo, expert. I'm just some viewer like any other, person on YouTube watching. I'm not going to, think I'm all self-important. So thank you for, allowing me to be a part of the discussion again. And, I don't know. I'll still probably, roast you guys if you say something stupid because I'm just over here rolling a joint. I mean, do you think that's evil, Brett? Do you think marijuana is gonna?
I don't care what it's your body. I believe God's given you the free will to do with your body as you want and everything.
Let's talk about drugs and religion, Brett, because I think that's
all right. That's good. I like both of those things. I got a lot to say about both of those things.
I don't care.
Well,
I don't do drugs, so I'll stay out of this. But I'll listen to maybe occasionally chirp.
Well, Edward, I do have to put forth something out there, even though I don't mind what you do with your life. You're the master of your own destiny and such. There is a issue that I find a problem with, and I've talked to atheists countless times about this. If you go to some of the big atheist websites out there, they've been debating and discussing why is it that atheism has such a high substance abuse problem as well as suicide rating that quadruples that over.
That's not true. No,
well,
no,
it is true.
I wanted to talk about DMT. What the fuck?
Immediately back to
this?
talk about
that
too.
Come on. We can talk about that. But it seems like atheism. Most atheists we've talked to, they always seem to be high or stoned or on drugs.
Well, that's the thing, though, Brett.
Right now.
Brett,
now I
hold
understand. You extend the olive branch and you just get smacked in the face with it.
Well, no, because I was an atheist up until I smoked DMT. So,
right. So you believe? Will, are
I
you
was
saying
talking
that
about
basically you
Brett. I
did
mean,
some?
in the past, there have been
No, I
remarks
know.
made that
Yeah,
you try to, or never mind, whatever.
yeah, no,
Yeah.
I understand what you were getting at. I just,
Right. So are you saying that you did some DMT, Will, and then all of a sudden it like opened up your brains or something like that? The concept of God was
yeah,
happening.
it was pretty intense, my dude. It was pretty
Well,
intense.
tell
You
me
should
about it.
do a DMT, Brett. That'd be interesting. You should put it on YouTube.
That would be a thing that I would be open to. I don't know how I'd get that across state lines, but I could probably figure it out.
I don't think so. Well, I've already got enough shit on my plate to deal with.
DMT is not no. Listen, DMT is not a fun drug that you do to get high. DMT is a drug you do to see some shit. It's an
Right.
Put it in
experience
his
drug,
Big
man.
Mac.
Yeah, but I already see crazy ass shit in this fucking world. I've had enough of seeing crazy shit.
No, this is some next level shit, Brett. You have no fucking idea. You have
Wait,
like,
what does it do?
well, part of the experience was you do it in like a group. I have to be out because my fucking mother-in-law's over and she'll fucking roll over in her goddamn grave if she hears me talking about this shit. But
Oh
fucking
boy.
the interesting thing about DMT that I can't explain is that if you're supposed to do DMT in a group, and you're supposed to have somebody with you to like guide you on the trip. So like it's weird that like three people in a room with somebody who's guiding the trip all have the same trip. They all have the same hallucination or whatever you want to call it. I can't fucking explain that. And the shit that we seen was like, I mean, you've heard fucking Joe Rogan talk about it. I don't know how to fucking explain it any other way, really. It's like these fucking elves, dude. I don't know. That's what they call them. Is they don't really look like elves. They're just like these weird, like entities made out of like geometric patterns, and they like communicate like not telepathically. They like conjure weird fucking geometric patterns made out of like light and like somehow also simultaneously emotion. And we all got the
Brett,
same thing from the same trip. We weren't like hooked up to a machine like some kind of fucking, what's the fuck's name? Inception or something. You know what I mean?
so
Yeah.
I'm
Will,
rolling.
can
So
you
I
do me a
rolled a
favor? Well,
joint. I rolled a joint, and you
one
think
second.
that makes
Hold on,
okay?
optics. Hold on a second. Hold on. Will, I'm gonna go get me a cigarette. Also, my wife just got home. I'm gonna give her a hug and all that shit. Be right back.
Okay, so while he's doing that, when he comes back, I'm gonna ask him the same shit. Why is he gonna say that when I smoke a joint, that's like I'm a degenerate, I can't participate? But this guy's talking about tripping on DMT and seeing geometric elves and telepathically communicating with each other and shit. I mean, DMT is DMT. That's not like doing crack or something, but I mean, to compare DMT to weed and say weed is, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, I don't care. So we all fucking smoke weed on the regular. So Brett knows that we smoke weed.
I don't know. This is probably where I'm going to bow out of the conversation because it looks like Edward has left and, there's not really much reason for me to say or to stay. I tried to, I don't know. I tried to be nice to Brett. He immediately was being a shithead right away. So, yeah, thanks.
So, okay, he's gone. He's fucking gone.
I just went ahead and kicked him because he's just gonna fucking babble on. He keeps on insulting me, and then he turns around and says that started making up words I didn't even call him or say and shit. He's just gonna sit the whole time while I'm away. So fuck that, guys. If you want to come in and you want to talk, fine. But I've let that guy dominate 90% of the conversation. I think that I'm done with that shit. All right, I'll be right back. Will, you go ahead and talk and plug your channel.
Right. Yeah, I'm actually streaming this simulcast over to my channel too. I was playing a game, but I'm outside right now. I'm about to go in actually and play some more fucking Skyrim for a little while. I do got to go eventually take a nap because I do work overnights tonight, so there's that too. No, but the thing I was getting at is that, like, I don't know, if smoking weed does not make you a fucking degenerate. I mean, sometimes it's like, people get into drugs and shit, and sometimes there's silly people on the internet who can't, or silly people in the world who just can't handle like, excuse me, can't handle like marijuana, and they do legitimately get addicted. There's a small proportion, but those silly people become the whole like conversation for some reason, which is kind of fucking goofy, but it is what it is. Yeah. So I mean, we were talking about how like there's a certain YouTuber that had like some substance abuse issues, and it had more to do with alcohol than it had to do with drugs. And yeah, coming down from all that stuff. He's a fucking father on top of doing this YouTube shit basically full time. So it's like, it's a positive improvement for him. Some people, once you hit your 40s or whatever, your late 30s or early 40s, and you got kid and family or whatever. So eventually there's a point in your life where you just gotta like say, okay, I'm done with this goofy shit right now. It's not for everybody though. Some people just, helps people unwind or whatever. That's fine as long as it doesn't get fucking out of control. You know what I mean? Some people take it to this next level of shit. Like I'd only done DMT like I think it was a total of like 3 times, and that was enough for me. I wasn't gonna get anything more out of it. So it's not like a fun drug that you do, to be goofy and silly with your friends or whatever. It's some next level shit. Not that I would advocate that anybody does drugs. I mean, I don't know why I'm saying that. It's like, terms of service are so fucking liberal, like liberally applied rather, that like literally anything you say on the internet on YouTube is like, no, you're fucking banned. Gorn. Just fucking pack your shit. See you later. It's another fucking ridiculous thing. It's like, anytime somebody does something on the internet, it's like, it's the preferred creator bullshit. We live in a world of fucking, special people that have special little fucking symbols next to their name that make them more important, like on Twitter, that fucking blue checkmark parade. That's really
I'm back.
useful.
No, I didn't
Yeah,
call that guy. I didn't call that guy a degenerate. He said, "Oh, you're trying to talk me like I'm a degenerate or whatever." Now, I was talking about statistics. It says that atheists have substance abuse issues as well as suicide problems. I didn't make that shit up. That's what it says.
right. But I think maybe that's an inverse reaction, though, to be honest with you, Brett. I think it's that substance abusers tend to be atheists, not atheists tend to be substance abusers. See what I mean?
Well, atheists had the highest substance abuse issues that there is. There was a statistics put out there, and it makes
Right.
sense. It makes
You know what
sense
I'm.
that if a person is taking depressants and drugs and all that, it's going to affect how they view the world and how they view themselves. And a lot of people that are not doing drugs, like business people and jobs, they're not going to hire you. They're not going to want to hang out with people who are doing dope all damn day, and that's going to make the person feel alone and sad and left out, and might make them suicidal. So I think there's a correlation there, Will. It's not an insult. It's just a.
No, what I'm saying is there's an inverse correlation, and business people are absolutely doing fucking drugs. They're doing Adderall and cocaine and other shit. They're doing uppers. They're trying to stay awake for long hours. They're working overtime. You know what I mean? People working on the docks do fucking Adderall. I mean,
Well,
they got shit to
you
do.
heard the guys themselves. They right off the bat let me know they were high and screwed up and all that shit. I didn't mind read them or something. That they felt
Right.
they needed to tell me about it. And then you decided to include your story about DMT, some of the highs, some of the fucking elves that you ran into while you were doing it. I mean, I'm not
Right.
insulting you. I'm just saying that's the stories you guys told. I'm just listening and observing.
Right. Yeah, no, but I was saying that experience made me not be an atheist anymore. It
Right.
was a contributing factor anyway.
Right.
Right.
And that's fine, Will. As you know, respect you and I consider you my friend and all that. I haven't like downgraded you or say you can't be my friend, Will, because you're over there fucking snuffing shit. No, I don't do
Right,
that to
yeah.
you, Will.
Yeah, no, I get that, but I think that they thought that, you were
Well,
saying that
don't you
they're
find it funny
abusing
that they
substance.
don't you find it funny that their intention to come in here was to say all kinds of naughty, nasty shit about me, even accuse me of being a fucking criminal, and I put up with all of that as respectful as I possibly could. But as soon as I mention, the thing about substance abuse, they all of a sudden the snowflake begins to melt and wants to run off to their secret safe place.
Right, yeah, I mean, they felt personally attacked.
Well, I don't see why. The guy admitted he does it, and I just pointed out statistics on that. It is what it is. I didn't consider that a personal attack. If you were to tell me, Will, you were to say to me, Brett, you smoke cigarettes too damn much, which I do, and did you know statistics say your asshole's gonna fall out, your heart's gonna explode, and your lungs are gonna sink into your spine? I'm not gonna go, oh, Will, you really hurt my fucking feelings. I think I'm gonna go drive off a cliff now. I
Right,
understand.
but if the Vigilant Christian tomorrow came out on YouTube and said that he's an atheist, I would not be surprised because I think that excessive drug use leads to depressive episodes that lead to people there is no God type shit,
Did you
and that's the
see
kind of
it's changed him? Now he's thinking the Illuminati's after him. He thinks the people in black and
that's
white are.
exactly what I'm saying. Is that it's inversely proportionate. It's not that I'm an atheist, so I'm going to do drugs. It's I'm doing drugs, which leads me to claim that I'm an atheist. Not because of any intellectual reasons, but just because the depressive lows are so low that they just say, fuck it, I don't care anymore.
Right. The statistics are not just about atheists, though. It shows the statistics of Muslims, Christians, and people all the way down the line. I was never claiming at all that there isn't Christians out there all doped up and shit and acting like a fucking Rudy Poo candy ass. I'm just saying that atheism seems to have the higher fold on that. You understand?
Right, right.
Sure. I mean,
But
I've seen a couple Christians on the internet fucking doing some ridiculous, crazy shit while also high and doing shit. Hell, just not too long ago, we seen Shanny for Christ getting banged by Tic Tac Dick. So we've seen it. We know.
listen, Tic Tac Dick, he is not, it's 4.5 centimeters long or something, all right? Or 4.5 inches or whatever he fucking said.
Well, Will,
It's
I
not
had no
quite button
idea.
dick.
Will, I had no idea that you actually pulled out a fucking ruler and measured his pecker and all that. That's
No, he is the good reverend is the one that's going around saying, listen, it's not a button dick, it's not a micro penis, it's 4.5 inches long. I was like, okay, that's still nothing to fucking write home about. And why are you telling people? Also, why are you recording yourself having sex with Shani and asking? I think it's like $70 or whatever a pop for these fucking videos or whatever. It's like
right.
also and the arrest record and the fucking domestic violence, all that shit. It's like why are you making this public? Go get some fucking help. Take a fucking break.
Yeah. Yeah, he's running around telling everybody, "Hey, I got a cheese wheel." I mean, okay, that's great news, there, fella. So,
And I'm not entertained by that. I don't know why they thought anybody would be. I don't know who's paying for this. I have so many questions, but I'll never. I'm not sure I want the answer, to be honest with you.
right. I hear
It's
you there.
fucking it's horrific, is what it is.
Well, if there's anybody out there that would like to come in and chat, we got this thing going. If you want to come in and talk to us, we can talk about damn near anything. Is what it is. So my wife's gonna be
Right.
bringing home some Chinese dinner and all that. Not anything with
Yes.
bats or whatever, or corona snakes and shit. Just
Coronavirus. Yes.
none of that.
Yeah.
It's
Catch
so
that
weird.
coronas.
It's so weird. I mean, the guy, he admitted that he called up and everything, and any call that I actually put on the thing was vile and horrible. So if he was one of those people, then that was the issue. I don't recall you ever calling and saying anything nasty. You say you called, but must not have been disgusting or gross. because I would have been in the video.
Classic manatee mac and cheese stuff, but that was a long time ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is. All right,
Yeah.
so let's see if we got some people. Let me check my broadcast, see how it's going, see if we got
Oh
some
God, that's a
comments.
lot of lava. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I almost just ate shit.
You almost ate shit.
Yeah, I'm in a realm of oblivion, right? It's like it's mods. That's what it is. Come on. Fuck you, Daedra. Eat shit. Eat shit.
All
You
right.
can eat shit. Here's a little shit for your friend. You can have some. I'm having a shit sale. Everyone gets a little bit here. Put that in your salty little fat mouth. How you like that? How's that shit taste? Tastes good? Yep. Here's another one on the house. Free walking sticks on the house. Take a hike.
I think
Anyway,
that I'm probably, I mean, I don't mind OBS or whatever. It sounds like we're coming through pretty clear, but I think
yeah,
that I'm going to probably stick to StreamYards when I do this kind of crap.
yeah.
Mm. Well, what else is on your mind there, Will? What other kind of drugs you taking? You were talking about DMT. Have you ever tried coke, crack, smack, doobies, as the DP like to talk about?
Yeah, smoking weed's a pretty consistent thing throughout my life. Not so much anymore. Yes, I do. My wife's over here contesting. I don't really anymore. I always say that you know what I could use right now? I could go for a bowl. Right. I mean, I always say, like I could use a bowl right about now, but I never actually end up committing to it because I just like get too tired. Mostly like unless I sit down and commit to smoking, like I'm not gonna. Yeah, 2 or 3 hits and I'm pretty much fucking done. Um, but if I can get past that, or if I'm drinking on top of that, maybe I'll be able to commit long enough to. Um, but Coke back in the day, a long time ago, I had a drinking problem, and the Coke really helps you drink more for whatever reason. Uh, yeah, like not like Coca-Cola, like the drug, like cocaine.
Right.
Listen,
Well,
Coke is a different
Will,
drug.
you do
Listen,
remember? Will, you do remember the story I told you about what happened to me a while back that made it to where I kind of set it up in my life where I'd stay away from just doing, like tons of alcohol and drugs and all that kind of shit. You know what stopped me? You remember?
no, not off the top of my head.
Remember my best friend Mark Felton got killed by a drunk driver, and he was always
Oh,
telling me
yes.
he was always
Yes, yes,
telling me
yes.
whenever we were younger, he said, "Stay away from the drugs, man. You got a life and everything like that." He was concerned that if I got on drugs, I'd get addicted and probably die before I even reached 30 years old. So I made a promise to him. I said, "Dude, I won't do it." And then, of course, when he got killed by a drunk driver, that kind of sealed it for me, where I was like, I'm not doing this anymore. This is what my friend asked of me, and I'm not going to do it.
Right. Yeah, no, I understand. Everybody's got their own thing. You know what I mean? You know,
Mm-hmm.
why they do, why they don't, etc.
Right.
This fucking rock golem is merging with the landscape, and I cannot fucking hit it with an arrow. This is ridiculous. I'm sorry, I'm getting irritated. There's all kinds of Skyrim shenanigans going on. I
It's
forgot that
rough.
I forgot that I had fear on this bow, so he's running away because I didn't kill him instantly. He's got an absurd amount of health.
Ugh, it's rough. Are you going to be playing some ESO with me? They're adding Skyrim to the map now.
I'm gonna try. I have an easier time on PlayStation, and I stream Discord through my PS4. Ooh, look at all that. That's good armor. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna try to do it on PC if the fucker will handle it, but I don't know. I have no idea. I'm gonna give it a shot though, like I said.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
The Dragon's Lair. What the hell is this garbage?
Mm.
Okay, that was weird. dragon spawned in, but he just fell straight down like T-pose. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Rift dragon. Oh my god, it shoots lightning out of its mouth. That is bigoted. There you go. Eat shit. I keep telling people I'm having a shit sale. Eat
Got a
shit.
joke for you.
Oh yeah, go for it.
I've been looking into some jokes having to do with atheists, and this one seemed like it was pretty good. What do you call a dead atheist?
I don't know.
A corpse in a suit that's going nowhere.
Oh.
Fucking hateful. Yeah, it's rough, isn't it?
Oh, Brett, you lovable scamp. I let me tell you about my best friend. Oh shit. I think maybe we scared some people. That's what happened. They're not hanging out here anymore.
That's bigoted.
I know.
Let me check StreamYard to see if there's a time limit, because I got an email recently that annoyed me. It looked like they're putting time limits on how long you can stream or time StreamYard.
Yeah, but if you have StreamYards open, you're not streaming directly with StreamYards. You're just streaming StreamYards through OBS. Then you're fine. It's their proprietary streaming program that they have an issue with.
Oh man, this is dumb. This sucks.
What's the matter?
It even says at the top now you almost reached your monthly limit or whatever. Let me see. Okay, so yeah, they fixed it so they can make people pay $25.
$25 for what?
$25 to have unlimited streaming, no StreamYard branding in your streams, logo, overlays, backgrounds, custom RTMP, which means that we'd be able to stream a bunch of different places at once. Recording 4 hours. Well, I don't really give a shit about that. Basically, it records your 4 hours of your stream so you could download it in a video format. I don't need that. Multi-stream to destinations. That doesn't really matter because if you've got RTMP, you can just get the code and stream it to all the websites anyway. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I might go for it.
Yeah, that might be something we do here in the future.
Yeah.
Get my paycheck here on Thursday. Yeah, I still gotta file my taxes. I know that I'm gonna get a bunch back, but I don't know what's wrong with me. Maybe I'll do that on Wednesday. I have somebody that does my tax. I don't trust that TurboTax shit. I don't have the time to like sit down and do all that nonsense. It takes 5 minutes to sit down with, a CPA or whoever and just get it done. I'd rather it be somebody else's problem if they screw up.
Right. Yeah, we'll see how things go.
Yes.
Well, let me see where we're at on this stream. 1 hour, 45 minutes thus far.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like 5:30 now, so hopefully people will be getting out of work, showing up.
Yeah, I might open up another stream and let this one stop at that. That way I can grab it, turn it to an audio file, put it on BitTube and all that.
Yeah.
Well, if there's anybody out there listening or watching, whether you're an atheist or religious, you can come in and shoot the shit with me, or we can have a discussion, debate, whatever you like. Just come on in. I think I'm going to be opening up another deal here in a little bit. I'll give this one about 5-10 more minutes, and I'm going to stop it and then start up another deal.
Yeah. We're moving over to StreamYards and not using Discord.
I don't know. It says that I've run out of a lot of time and shit, so we'll do that. I guess we'll do OBS, unless I decide to throw $25 down. I ain't been having too many donations for the last several months and shit, except for yourself, but that was for BitTube.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's no love out there. Yeah, that lucrative Christian paycheck I'm supposed to be getting, it just ain't what it used to be.
Yeah, I know. Maybe you should start being an atheist again, Brett, and pay better.
I hear you. TJ was willing to pay me $10,000 to change my view. Obviously, that didn't happen. I could have bought my wife a lot of modest dresses on that.
Oh, fuck. God, Brett.
Yeah, my wife doesn't care for dresses or skirts or anything. She likes to wear jeans and all that. She's not into dresses. It's just me being silly.
Yeah. Ugh. It's getting bigoted in here. There's a lot of animals down here right now.
Oh, that's rough. So you
Mother-in-law brought the
playing the
dog.
old Skyrim, the new edition, the stand or the pretty edition.
Special. I'm playing the special edition with some mods on PS4.
I hear you. Yeah, I made a couple mods for the new edition. I ended up converting some of my old stuff over to it, like putting NPCs of followers of my family members and friends into the game.
Right.
And it's still challenging, even if you got your brother running around with you and your wife and kids and all that. Boy, oh boy, you put that shit on legendary and you're talking about a real fucking fight. Oof.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time right now with all the fucking armor and stuff right now. It's hateful. I got multiple follower mod on here too, but I didn't bring none of them with me. Maybe I should have. I don't know.
Right.
I got I'm playing as a Nord right now. I usually don't, but I got it set up where I've got the 5 additional followers. So, like, plus I can have 2 pets for each additional follower. So that's working out pretty good. Oof.
There you go. There you. Yep. Well, I guess when my wife gets home or whatever, I'll see if I can snatch $25 off of her. She keeps my damn wallet in her purse and everything like that. So any money I make, it goes to her first.
Right.
Like, honey, can I get some of my own money? Oh no. Are you sure, honey? I could really use $25. What's it for, though? I want to talk to stupid people on the internet. Oh, well, then why should? Then how much is it again? $25. That's too much money to talk to stupid people on the internet. You know? Damn. Hey,
I'll
Mr.
probably
Batman,
talk her
what
into
you
it.
up to?
Oh, not much at all.
I'm going to be try to run StreamYards, run my time up on it. I was saying, and my wife, she controls all the money in the household. So I'm going to see if I can get 25 off of her so I can get me my StreamYards going where you guys can be on video and all that kind of stuff. That'll be fun, right?
All that fun stuff, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yay.
So, Mr. Batman, do you play video games or are you too busy for that sort of thing?
Oh, no, sir. I don't play video games. My form of entertainment is studying the scripture in original languages.
Okay. Just
Well, when
curious.
you're not doing all that and decimate and debates and all that kind of stuff, what do you do for like hobbies? You got any TV shows you like or whatever? Mr. Batman?
Oh, I think my computer is downloading an update in the background because it just froze up. But no, sir, that is my hobby. That's what I do for my entertainment. I'm studying scripture and I'm teaching scripture.
So you don't like collect garbage pail kids or like baseball autographs or anything like that? It's just all about the...
I used to like collect Batman stuff, but I don't even like that anymore. I'm trying to stop collecting Bibles because I used to have so many Bibles that I didn't have any place for them all. So I'm trying not to be a collector of things, just more of a collector of knowledge.
Right. Well, that sounds fair enough. What about fishing? You like fishing, Mr. Batman?
I like the principle thereof, but fishing itself, I actually lived on the lake for 6 months. I actually take that back. I've lived on the lake for 2.5 years, and I didn't fish but one time.
Yeah, but Mr. Batman, if you just spend all of your hours and time with atheists and all that, they'll end up driving you fucking insane. Even
Oh,
I need
no,
to take a break
no,
from
that's
it.
not what I'm doing. I think you're misunderstanding. No, most of my time is spent in study and actually diving into God's Word and having a better relationship with Him. So very little of my time is actually spent doing this.
That's fair enough. Well, I'm going to be opening up I'm going to attempt to do the StreamYards deal, the package and everything. Do you guys like that idea? You like the cameras and the setup? I'll be able to also play clips on it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's what we're going to try to do then. Unfortunately, some of the people in text that I see out here, they don't seem to have any interest in participating in a conversation. That kind of sucks. You know?
Bunch of faceless trolls, Brett.
Yeah. There's no love. No love. Ugh. All right, we're going on 1 hour and 52 minutes. I'm going to stop this one. We'll be doing something a little bit, folks, so keep your hats on and your panties closed. Here we go. All right, there we go.
Are you opening up a brand new one or?
No, I'm going to talk to you guys for a moment, and then whenever my wife gets home, which she's bringing home Chinese dinner, then I will see if we have $25 to throw away on lunatics on the internet and see what we can do.